What if I told you that the Bible and modern science might agree on one of the universe's biggest mysteries, time? It's a wild thought, right? Time rules our lives, every second, every minute. But could it be hiding a deeper truth? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you might never look at your clock the same way again. Today, we're tackling a mind-blowing question. Does time actually exist according to the Bible? We're going to dig into what the Bible says about time, what science has discovered, and uncover some shocking connections that might just leave you questioning everything. This isn't your average Sunday school lesson. Get ready for a wild ride through faith, physics, and the fabric of reality. Let's dive in. Let's start with the Bible. Right in the first sentence, Genesis 1:1 says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." Think about that. In the beginning. That means time itself had a starting point, created by God. Unlike some ancient cultures that saw time as a never-ending loop, the Bible paints it as a straight line. It begins, it moves forward, and one day it'll end. Everything from creation to the end times is part of God's big plan. But here's where it gets crazy. While we humans are stuck counting days and years, God isn't. Psalm 94 says, "For 1,000 years in your sight are like yesterday when it is past." And 2 Peter 3:8 doubles down. "With the Lord a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are like a day." What does that mean? God doesn't experience time like we do. He's outside of it, looking at all of history like it's one giant picture, while we're flipping through the pages one by one. So the Bible says time is real, it's a thing God made, but it's not the whole story. God's timeless, eternal nature hints that there's something bigger beyond our ticking clocks. Keep that in mind, because science is about to throw us a curveball. Now, let's jump into what modern science says about time. Ever heard of the Big Bang? It's the theory that the universe kicked off about 13.8 billion years ago. Before that, nothing, no space, no matter, and get this, no time. Scientists say time started with the universe, which sounds a lot like that "in the beginning" line from Genesis, doesn't it? Coincidence? Maybe not. But it gets weirder. Albert Einstein, the genius with the wild hair, showed us that time isn't the same everywhere. His theory of relativity says time can stretch or shrink depending on speed and gravity. Picture this. If you're near a black hole, time slows down compared to someone on Earth. You could spend an hour there, come back, and find out years have passed for everyone else. It's not sci-fi, it's real physics. And here's the real brain twister. Some scientists studying quantum mechanics, the tiny building blocks of the universe, say time might not even be a basic part of reality. They argue it could be something that emerges from other forces, like a shadow of something deeper. For example, particles can be entangled across time, where one affects another instantly, no matter how far apart they are. That messes with our idea of past, present, and future. Could time be an illusion? Hold that thought. We're about to connect the dots. So what happens when we put the Bible and science side by side? Here's the first big shock. Both agree time had a beginning. The Bible says God created it. Science says it started with the Big Bang. That's not something you'd expect from two totally different worlds, right? But they don't agree on everything. The Bible says time exists for God's purpose, like a stage for humanity's story from Eden to eternity. Science, though, treats time like a physical thing, a dimension we can measure, stretch, or squeeze. Same starting point, different ideas about what it's for. Now let's get to the jaw-dropping stuff. The Bible says God is timeless, beyond our minutes and hours. Guess what? Science has something similar. Remember time dilation near black holes? If you got close enough, time could slow to a crawl, almost like you're stepping outside of it. It's not eternity, but it's a glimpse of a place where time doesn't rule. And then there's quantum physics. If time isn't fundamental, if it's just a byproduct of something else, that sounds a lot like the Bible's idea of eternity, where time as we know it fades away. Even the Bible drops hints. In Revelation 8:1, it says there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. Half an hour in heaven. Does that mean time exists there, or is it just a human way to describe something way beyond our grasp? It's a mystery that ties these two views together in the wildest way. So, does time actually exist according to the Bible? Yes, but it's not the full picture. The Bible says time is real, a created thing with a start and a finish, but God stands outside it, eternal and unchanging. Science backs up the idea of a beginning and then twists our minds with relativity and quantum weirdness, hinting that time might not be what it seems. Maybe, just maybe, time is a window into eternity, a temporary gift that points us to something infinite. What do you think? Did this make you see time differently? If it did, smash that subscribe button. We've got more deep dives into faith and science coming your way. Want to explore how the Bible and science tackle other big mysteries? Check out this video right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.